Hello Sagittarius and welcome to Sincere Tarot. This is your mid-November tarot reading. And before we get started, drumroll, this is a wonderful t-shirt from my good friend Sarah. She makes these amazing t-shirts, excellent quality stitching and fabric, called Tarot Tees, and there is a discount code for you down below. And yeah, I absolutely love it. So thanks, Sarah. All right, what does Sagittarius, before I even do that, your theme is the sun. Yes, okay, this is my absolute most favorite card in the deck, and tying with the star. So with the sun, it's like everything's positive, warmth, radiance, beauty, like the good things in life, so many things to celebrate, maybe going on a holiday to a nice hot country or part of the country. All right, so what does Sagittarius need to know for mid-November? Interesting. Oh, wow. Potential travel as well. Look, things are super difficult right now, and I'll show you all of that in a minute, but this is actually, you are on track to the good life, right? This is a major arcana card. Sometimes it can take up to a year, okay? And sometimes the journey is not as much fun, but sometimes the journey will help you to appreciate how good you will have it, and you are lined up for that right now, okay? So in the past, in the background, leading into this situation, we've got the Nine of Wands. There are people or situations that you cannot trust, that this is in the past. And you've actually done like a way better job overcoming so many challenges than you even realize. You probably think, oh, all this drama. Well, guess what? Because you're following your intuition and you're being guided, but also listening to that guidance, because we're all guided by spirit, but not everyone listens, but you're actually listening. So pat on the back for yourself. The situation is not nearly as bad as what you would have thought, because you've been a little bit more prepared, whether you know it or not. Now, right now, you are not in a good way, okay? Your energy at this moment is coming up as the Five of Wands, struggling and just feeling like no matter what you do, you're like fumbling and you can't get anything together, and it's really difficult. And it might have to do with a female or a mother energy, or a boss or an organization that has like a mother kind of feminine female aspect to it, okay? And it could be to do with work, right, as well as a relationship or your family, because what you need to know about is the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to talk like this is, I'm just going to say it like it is your mother, but it could be your partner or work or a friend or something like that. But I feel like you're really struggling when it comes to this person, and maybe you feel like you can't trust them, potentially because in the past maybe some things were hidden. The energy in between is Three of Cups. So I feel like you two aren't really on the same page at all. You're not really communicating in a good way, and potentially you might be kind of drinking or just like having superficial interactions. You're not letting this other person know how you're struggling, and this other person isn't actually really paying attention, okay? I think you're trying to keep a lot of things to yourself. The outcome, we have got the Hermit, but also this could be another aspect of yourself potentially, but I feel for most of you it's someone else. The outcome, we have got the Hermit. I kind of feel like this person might kind of separate themselves from you for a while. Because the outcome is the Hermit. So, I mean, you two are in the future. I don't know for how long, but it will be a decent amount of time, because this is a major arcana card outcome, and I'll pull some clarifying cards and advice cards in a moment, but you two are definitely going to have some time apart. This could also be a Virgo energy. You two are going to be apart, not necessarily forever, but yeah, you're going to be really upset about it. Just remember, you're still getting the sun. This is somehow the path, believe it or not, to the good life, okay? It's just going to take longer than what you would like. The outcome on your side is being aspected by the Four of Cups. I just kind of get a feeling that there were certain things happening emotionally that you were disconnected from, and it's like you're going to come to that realization maybe when it's a little bit too late, like things that you were separated from, maybe because you were so busy with other things, for example, or other people. You didn't realize how bad things were, and you still actually, even in the near future when there's that separateness, you still don't completely see everything the way that it is, because there is always that little bit of hope, but you're just going to be so down in the dumps, you're not going to see it. You're just going to be in a really negative way. They're moving on to something else, okay, because their outcome is the Strength card, and that can also sometimes be a Leo energy, in my opinion. And yeah, they're moving on, they're moving, they're leaving, something like that. Let's get some clarification cards. Oh, but it could also, remember, it could be work. So it could even be, if this is a job, maybe like the office of a building is having to move somewhere else and they're kind of leaving you behind, for example, and maybe you were so busy you didn't realize that it was happening right under your nose. All right, let's get some clarification for Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know for mid-November, please and thank you? Okay, first off, before I say anything else, if you have a drink or alcohol problem, you need to get help. You need to get help. If you do not, this could go very bad. And what's the point of not getting help? What? To prove to yourself, oh, I can do it alone. We're humans. We are a social species. We need each other, especially in times like this. If you have a problem with substance abuse or some sort of mental disorder, you need to get help. Professional help, group counseling, reaching out to people. You cannot do this alone, because if you do, it could go in a really bad way when you are isolating yourself. Okay, you have a lot of healing to do. The outcome is aspected by the Four of Swords truce. You have a lot of healing and emotional healing. You've had a lot of stress in your head, okay? And it can go to rest, but oh, this could also be like a toxic relationship as well, because some people with codependency can be addicted to relationships or whatever. You have to be so careful, please. I'm going to pull extra advice cards for you in a second. Look, in the past, in the background, there has been a lot of success, and I feel like maybe someone in particular was a little bit charitable and things were looking better than what they were. I feel like maybe what you've been struggling with is just feeling grounded, trying to figure out how to connect with this, you know, Queen of Pentacles energy. Maybe you were trying to be everything to this person, right? But for them, for some reason, they're just over the stress and the pain. Like, and this could be related to you or something else, but this is the end. This is the final nail in the coffin. Like, they're done. They're looking elsewhere. This is interesting. In between you, I feel like, oh my gosh, there could be like a little, so that Three of Cups in between, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like that maybe when you guys are drinking together or just hanging out, or maybe you hear through like loose lips of a third party or something about someone wants a new start or a new job or to move or has a baby or just some new start. There's a desire for a new start with both of you ultimately. And their outcome, the Strength card, is being aspected by the Seven of Discs failure. They feel like there's nothing more that they can do in this situation, so they're walking away. Okay, I've got to ask a few clarifying cards before I even pull like the advice cards. Okay, so please clarify this Four of Cups and Devil especially. Okay, so that's interesting. This is a victory card. I feel like you think you've done enough when it comes to whatever like mental illness or addiction or coping mechanism that you've had. You're like, oh, well, you know, I've already done all that healing in the past, so I don't need to heal anymore. Okay, you know what? You have done a lot of healing, but healing never ends. It is a lifelong process. So if you think that you're done and no one ever finishes until they die physically and then move on, and then still I think that they're not finished, but you're at least finished for the moment on this physical realm, right? But you've done a lot, you've overcome a lot, but there's still quite a ways to go. Like, you're more than halfway there. You're like 60% there when it comes to healing, okay? But there's still 40% left. So don't kid yourself that the healing is over. It's not. Please do not joke yourself, because if you think that your healing is done and your addiction is completely gone, then you will not actually reflect on how you are in the present moment, and there will be huge blind spots that you're completely ignoring. You might want to ask people their opinion that know you and know you well and can kind of maybe keep you in check. Okay, what are the chances of these two people or entities reuniting in the future? It's possible. Might have something to do with like a little girl or something, if you have a child together, or a mutual friend, or maybe in the future it's possible. But the love needs to kind of regrow and flow. Okay, why do they feel like they're a failure? Okay, either them or this person cheated or something, or you were betrayed or backstabbed, or they were betrayed. There was some sort of betrayal, right? And I think they're just kind of over it. So let's clarify this Ace of Discs. What's this Ace of Discs? Yeah, I feel like there were certain messages that maybe was like evidence of something that was really upsetting. Communication just needed to change. But believe it or not, like all of this situation is happening to lead you to the good life. Okay, I just gotta ask, I'm gonna be a little bit specific with my advice cards. Actually, I'm gonna ask with, okay, this. So you get an extra few cards compared to everyone else. So how is this leading to the sun? How is all of this leading to the sun? 3 cards, please, and thanking you. How is all of this leading to the sun? Because you needed this new attitude. You needed, okay, first off, this whole situation, whether it's like a work relationship or a friendship or a love relationship, there was betrayal, there was a third party involved, there was cheating, even if it was like just talking and communicating and texting, or it could be involved with work. Maybe they were going to sack you and get someone else, and there were certain emails and communication to prove that. It could even be in a relationship. Sometimes there can be like a parent just like, or someone that's negative, just like, you know what I mean? And I feel like this whole relationship was on hold. It wasn't really like going anywhere. And you like being out of the situation, you're gonna like have a new emotional start and just be okay again. I feel like this whole thing was just too stressful, and it was getting worse before it was getting better, even though there were some successes in the past. It's just not enough, okay? And energetically it's over, especially with those major arcana cards, especially with them. It's more over with them than with you, to be honest, and I'm sorry to say that. But this will allow you a new attitude, like a new perspective and a new way of communicating, which is exactly what you need to get to the good life. It's just going to take up to potentially a year to get there, okay? But that will go faster probably than you realize. All right, let's get some advice cards. What advice does Sagittarius need for this situation? Please and thanking you. Sagittarius, this is probably one of your least likely, the advice cards that you would like the least. But anyways, here it is. The Hanged Woman. You're stuck in the situation. It is what it is. Stop trying to escape it, because you'll just make the situation worse. You need to just sit tight, not do any physical activity, and just energetically like be with yourself and accept this is the way that it is. Sink into your emotions and be present with yourself, because there's nothing you can do about the situation, at least not in this moment in time. And it's been a long time coming. Second advice card, the Chariot. Look, that Hanged Woman was saying like, sit tight about the situation. You might want to go on a holiday, especially somewhere hot, somewhere that makes you feel free. And you also might even want to think about your new life, how to get to your new, good, happy life. And I already said holiday, or maybe some sort of, big project or something that you want to work on, and you just want to throw yourself into it. Like, what opportunities has this situation allowed? Like, now that the situation is the way that it is there something new that you've always wanted to do, and you can just now totally throw yourself forward into it? Go for it. Third advice card, we've got Temperance, okay? And that is your advice card. So this is saying, it's representing you, Temperance. You need to be patient, and yeah, you need to be patient and just feel things out. Like, it will take time. Baby steps. No huge decisions, just baby steps right now, at least in regards to the situation. Final advice card. You or this other person has been betrayed. It sucks. It hurts. It is the way that it is. There is likely a third party involved because we've gotten all Three of Swords, well, most of them. And yeah, all Three of Swords, actually. There's definitely been a huge betrayal for sure. But it's up to you if you want to stick in this, stay stuck with this pain, because every time you think about it again, this represents thoughts mainly and words and stuff like that. Every time you act on it, speak about it, think about it, it's kind of like reliving the whole situation, and you stay stuck in this energy. So you do at some point have to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and just like move on. And I know it's easier said than done, but don't continue to punish yourself by reliving this over and over and over and over again, okay? Because then it's like you were betrayed over and over and over and over again instead of the one time. And yeah, again, easier said than done, but it's up to you. All right, if you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website down below. Don't forget to get your discount code just for my special viewers for these wonderful t-shirts. There's loads of different tarot cards. And thank you so much to everyone who's liked, shared, subscribed, hit the notification bell. It helps me out so much. And, you know, commented. I really appreciate that so much. So thank you very much. And if you're still here, you get a secret bonus card. Ooh, Five of Pentacles. You are feeling left out, in the dark, abandoned, and this is something that has come up for you before. It's a pattern, and it goes all the way to childhood, potentially from someone who abandoned you when you were little. And abandonment also includes when someone has died, so that's something you really need to look at, okay? Come on, one more positive advice card. Positive advice card. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. Your fortune will change for the better. All of your good deeds will be rewarded. This is not for nothing. You know what I mean? You will, everything will turn around. Everything can flip, and it will. Okay? Have a great month. Bye. Tarot tease, baby. Discount code below.